Yo, what's good? It's your boy Youngie 2 times.
It's your boy X, man. We back.
Yeah, man. Today we're gonna be reacting to
the Megan versus Tory Lanez. Well, technically Tory versus the state, I believe, or something like that. We gonna be saying our thoughts about this whole situation, man.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about?
Hold on, but before we get into this video, make sure y'all like. Make sure y'all share, and make sure y'all subscribe.
Hit that. So what are your thoughts about the situation so far, man? Like, how do you feel? Like, I don't want to share what we. I don't think we should have a perspective on who's guilty, who's lying, who's whatever. I think we should wait a little bit. Do a part 2. But how do you feel about how the trial's going and all the information that's being brought to light?
Man, just give a real empire like I told you earlier. You know what I'm saying? Just like everything just seemed unreliable. Everybody, like from what I could take away from what I seen, it seemed like a bunch of drunk people went out and did some wild shit, and now everybody's trying to recount their story, which doesn't necessarily seem to be.
This is not being said enough, bro.
Yeah.
This is not being said enough. Like, we all have to realize none of them was driving, right? Obviously, the security guard, that's a whole nother thing too, right? So, 3 drunk people.
Yeah, the security would probably be the least drunk person.
He probably could give the bet, and nobody knows where he at. But 3 drunk people having an argument, and then them trying to retell what happened. Yeah. Can you retell every drunk that we've been out and about in these streets?
Hell no.
How many times have you been out? No, we've been out, and you didn't remember the night, or I didn't remember the night at all.
Too many times to count.
You see what I'm saying? It's like there's a bunch of times where you hit me, you was like, yo, bro, what happened last night? And I hit you with the same thing. I'm like, I don't know. So this is where, like, unless some surprise video comes out at some point, this thing is just gonna be, who do you believe? Based on the evidence presented. Yeah. But I will say this as what's today? 17th, right? As of the 17th on a Saturday, it looks like the defense has created enough doubt to probably get Tory off at this point, right? And I want to speak to this too, right? I haven't said this to you yet, right? But I feel like this case, hearing different opinions and perspectives about it from different podcasts, I'm telling you, bro, people are really making this a thing of man versus woman, black man versus black woman. Because if you hear people talk, right, and I tell you, I'm learning this because I'm also, trying to do the film stuff, coming soon. When people are talking, but they really mean that, like, they're saying one thing, but they really mean something else, right? Or they're trying to get off something personal, right? For example, like I've heard a couple people just mention, like a couple black women mentioning like their own personal anecdotal stories about a black woman not being heard or listened to, right? And saying how much they relate or they sympathize with Megan. Yeah. I've also heard men mention how they know homeboys that have been falsely accused, they life damaged by women lying about things. And it's like, I think people really need to put this in perspective. It's not about black man versus black women. It's not about men versus women. It's about these 2 individuals, or 3 individuals, Kelsey included, and us, I guess public perception trying to be, how do I put it? Both of them trying to gain public favor, and also in the courts. You know what I'm saying? And it's really about them 3. It's not about the world as a whole. And I think we need to stop doing that, bro, because you just see a bunch of people just fighting online about this. Yeah. And some people just say something so crazy. I feel like I've responded, like I might say something.
Or you just felt it in your heart.
Nah, it wasn't in my heart like that. It was just like, Bro, why did you like that? Like it was just dumb. You just sometimes when people say something, no, you just like, why did you say that? But yeah, I mean, we could go over the case though. But like, first we got Kelsey, Kelsey Harris, I think her name is
Mrs. Unreliable,
bro. Like, this is really, like you said earlier, this is really like a movie. I told this right to somebody else. I was like, bro, they're gonna make a documentary about this one day. I promise you. Because, and how it's told, it depends on who believes who more. To be honest, but she told the prosecution, right, that all the things that Meg said, Kelsey taking money or being bribed, Tory shooting Meg, Tory talking crazy to them or something like that, whatever. Tory telling Meg's bodyguard that I guess Tory confessed to him what he did. Like just craziness. And then she gets in court and says, I don't remember, I plead the fifth, I plead the fifth, I plead the fifth. But before that, asking for immunity from the prosecution. So it's basically twisting this whole thing up. And then even now there's even rumors that 1501, the Carl Crawford thing that Meg used to be signed to.
I heard she's doing an executive, right?
Huh?
Ain't she dating like an executive over there?
Who?
Oh, I heard Kelsey was dating an executive over there.
Oh, I don't know. That was it. I thought what they were saying that she's just cool with them or something like that. I didn't know that she's she's married, right?
Oh, she is.
Yeah.
Maybe she's married to one of the executives or something.
Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. That's just a rumor we heard, right? And it kind of just begs the question of what the hell happened that night. Like, it just
nobody
like, and it makes you follow this case because you're really just trying to figure out, because one day you're kind of leaning all the way towards Tory's side of like, wow, this just looks like Tory. And then like a little thing comes out, like a detail of like a phone call or a text message or this or that. And then the defense comes in and just makes that basically null and void. Like, for example, there was one thing that came out where Tory's page responded to a commentator saying when Kelsey shot Meg anyway or whatever, right? And then Tory's page responded and said, nah, Kelsey didn't shoot nobody. But that's what Tory's defense is claiming, that Kelsey's the shooter. So, but then the defense attorney, being the great defense attorney that he is, money will buy you, right?
Yeah.
So he's like, how do you know Tory wrote this? Did you do the IP address? Did you did you see any other things him claiming that? Just creating more doubt. So basically he's getting to the point of most celebrities do not manage their own social medias. Yeah. So I don't know what you think about the evidence though. That's with the Kelsey thing.
I think the evidence that Kelsey presented, you know what I'm saying, it just makes it seem real, you know what I'm saying, real off. You know what I'm saying? Just like, it just don't make no sense.
Do you believe she was paid off?
Huh? I believe something happened where it was, I don't know if she was paid off or whatever happened, but there's something that happened that makes her feel like she, I don't know, was not telling information that she was initially telling. There was something that happened, maybe an exchange, maybe a come to Jesus moment. I don't know.
I think the immunity thing was very key from my perspective, because then it kind of gave me the feeling of like, okay, you not telling the truth in neither in court or when you talking to the prosecution. Because then it also begs the question: did the prosecution press you? About saying the things you said?
I mean, think about it like that. I feel like the whole immunity thing, it was just like, it just make you look sketchy. It's like, once you say that, it's like you're not even reliable witness on it.
At all.
You know?
Right. So then we can touch on another part. Meg's bodyguard is missing now. Mm-hmm. That was reported today.
Where is he?
And look, that looked like some movie shit again. Another potential...
Another episode of Empire.
Another... on the second episode. Looking like a novella and shit. Literally, it looks like a novella, bro. Like, two girls fighting over a dude. Dude supposedly shoots one of them, or maybe maybe the friend shot the other friend, or whatever.
And can we like just go into like why they said the argument started? Wasn't it because Megan said Tory Lanez music is trash?
It's like, bro,
huh?
Like you like what was this 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
She had one song at that time.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, like, if that was the case, I'm not saying she didn't say that. Maybe she did say that, right? Because she also was the popping new artist at the time. Mm-hmm. All Tory got to say is, I got a bigger catalog than you. Like, what we talking
about? A big song. So it's like I don't think they could be wanting to fight somebody because he's like, yo, your music trash. Mm-hmm. Bro, everybody know Tory Lanez music ain't trash.
Because this is the thing, right? This is where this is the thing. If Meg had said, this is where like Meg's version of events messes with a lot of people's perception of the whole trial, because let's just say what it is. She lied about her relationship with Tory. That's facts.
Yeah.
There's no debating that. They had a situation. He also had a situation with the friend. There's no debating that either. She claimed it in court. She said it, whatever.
Yeah.
So, like, I think Meg speaking from the perspective of what the prosecution helped her organize to say, with her lawyers, obviously, as well.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool. Do what you gotta do. But I also strongly believe, from the advice of our lawyer at the very minimum, and maybe other forces as well, Kelsey is protecting Kelsey.
Yeah.
Straight up. So, because nobody asked Meg, why aren't you and Kelsey friends?
Yeah. That's a big question.
Maybe me shooting you in the foot over a dude
could be it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just too many holes in this thing, and it's just like, that's where the public kind of looks at Meg like, why you lie about that if you didn't have to lie about it? You just stay all in court. But I haven't heard nobody say this, so this is my theory, potentially. Maybe Meg was embarrassed by this whole situation enough, and maybe she's messing with Party. This is just a theory. I don't know if it's true or not. I'm just a small theory. Because I heard her say in court also that this whole thing is very embarrassing to my boyfriend.
Yeah, see, that's what people were saying, that that's the first time she actually showed some real emotion. All the other shit just seemed like ingenuine and stuff.
So when your boyfriend Party has to hear stuff like the baby, Ben Simmons, allegations, false allegations. He posted that, right? Ben Simmons and then Tory Lanez.
Ben Simmons posted false allegations.
He literally posted that like, I think like an hour after it was brought out to the public. That was funny, Ben. I'll give you that one, right? But yeah, you gonna feel
posted the Rick Ross shit?
Yeah, he literally posted it on his Instagram story, like. So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because maybe she gave him the impression that it was just them.
Yeah.
But then there's all these other famous guys that she was dealing with at the time.
Everybody getting the swing, supposedly. But I mean, I think at the end of the day, who you think wins out of this whole situation, man?
I don't know. Nobody really. Yeah. Because from how it looks right now, there's just going to be, just what it is. There's going to be a select group of black women that are just going to always ride with Meg, Team Meg. And look, I'll even put this on both of them, right? Like I noticed the theatrics a little bit, or not the theatrics, but like the putting on a little bit. When Meg came to court, she wore purple. Do you know what purple signifies? Dre?
It's like domestic abuse or something like that.
Domestic violence awareness. That wasn't by accident. I'm saying, like, come on. Let's not act like he just came in there with that. Not just what, I just like this color this day. Tory came out of court with his son on his shoulder. He's like, oh yeah, this is my support system. And he had his son on his back. More, you know what I'm saying? More stuff to just make you be more sympathetic towards each of them. So I'm saying, man, it's like, what we also have here is two celebrities also trying to protect their brand against each other. So are we gonna get the truth at this court? Like, are we gonna get the definitive truth? Because if he's proven not guilty, there's still gonna, like I said, there's still gonna be people out there that are gonna be like, Tory's guilty, he got away with this crazy thing, right? If Tory is, let's say he gets sentenced, let's say he gets probation, they're gonna hold on to that. They're gonna be like, oh, he's guilty, he did something, he did something. But one thing I will leave you guys with too, on the gun, his hand wasn't on the or his DNA wasn't on the magazine of the gun. And mind you, the only DNA that was tested was Tory's. Not Meg, not the bodyguard, not Kelsey. But they did say it was female DNA on there. I don't know how this works with the DNA stuff, but that's what they said. They said that the DNA of a woman was on there. They never tested Kelsey for that. So again, there's always these little things that come out where you're just like, well, that should settle it. And then something else comes out where you're just like, you still have a little doubt on the other side of things. But yeah, let us know what y'all think, man. Update us, you know, about what y'all think, and subscribe.